Welcome, celestial seekers. Ever wonder why your life is a mess? Blame the stars. They love the drama.
We hear a lot about being good or bad with money. But what if I told you that being bad with money isn't always about being irresponsible? Today, we're diving into the financial mind of Sagittarius, the zodiac's great adventurer, to really unpack why their whole approach is so unique and what's really driving their decisions.
So let me just ask you something straight up. How do you react when someone brings up long-term financial planning? I mean, does the mere mention of words like pensions or retirement funds just make your eyes immediately glaze over?
If your immediate gut reaction is something kind of like that, well, you might just have a Sagittarian mindset. This quote just captures it perfectly. The whole idea of planning for the distant future is, well, it's tedious. It's dry work. It feels like a job for someone else, like the famously practical Capricorn.
And this brings us right to our first key point. For Sagittarius, this isn't just some casual disinterest in finances. It's much more like a genuine allergy to the whole idea of budgeting and strict financial responsibility.
See, here's the thing. Traditional money management, it demands responsibility. It asks you to be cautious, to plan ahead, to restrict yourself. And for a sign that values freedom and spontaneity above almost anything else, that feels like a heavy burden, something they instinctively push against. It's not that they can't be responsible, it's just really not their default setting.
So, okay, if money isn't for all that careful saving and planning, then what is it for? This is where we get to the absolute core of the Sagittarian financial philosophy. For them, it's an active, dynamic resource.
This slide really shows that stark contrast in worldviews. For Sagittarius, money is a tool. It's there to get what they want. We're talking experiences, travel, learning new things. It's basically fuel for their passions. But for their astrological opposite, Capricorn, money is for what they need: security, stability, a solid foundation. It's just a fundamental difference in its whole purpose.
Now, this philosophy, of course, has very real-world consequences. So let's take a look at what this want-driven approach actually looks like in practice. The decision-making process for a Sagittarius is actually incredibly simple and direct. It is not driven by spreadsheets or long-term goals. It's a really simple three-step flow. It all starts with a desire, a want. Then, the only real question is, can I find a way to fund this right now? And if the answer is yes, the decision is made. It's all about making the present happen, not so much about securing the future.
And this is where you see the tangible results of that logic. A mindset like this, well, it often leads to having multiple credit cards, just to create that access to funds. Spending is guided by impulse and desire, not by some strict list of necessities. The whole focus is on seizing the opportunity that's right there in front of them.
Now, at this point, it would be so easy to just label this behavior as careless or irresponsible. But that is not the full story. There's a much deeper and honestly more surprising reason behind all this.
So we have to ask ourselves, is this just a classic case of financial irresponsibility? Is it a refusal to grow up and face the music? The source material suggests the answer is a pretty firm no. The root cause is something else entirely.
And here it is. The real driver isn't irresponsibility, it's radical, unwavering optimism. It's this core belief that no matter what they spend today, they will always be clever, resourceful, or maybe just lucky enough to find a way to make more money tomorrow. For them, the future isn't a source of anxiety, it's a source of infinite possibility.
This revelation, it completely reframes the conversation. We're no longer talking about someone who doesn't care about the future. We're talking about someone who has a completely different kind of faith in it.
To be crystal clear, the Sagittarian approach isn't about recklessly ignoring what's down the road. It's about having such profound faith in their own ability to navigate what comes next that they just don't feel the need to hoard resources. They believe their greatest asset is themselves, not their bank account.
Which leaves us with a final, really thought-provoking question. When you look at it this way, is the Sagittarian truly being financially reckless, or are they just making the ultimate investment?
That's all for now. And hey, if you choose not to subscribe, I won't take it personally. I'll just check my charts and assume Saturn is probably in a challenging position for you right now.